Yeah, so I've started recording. You're welcome to the Web Design Freelancer class. It's a free session that will run you through how to design a professional website. And I'm going to introduce you to that world today. How many of you have read the free ebook I shared with you? How many of you have read that free material that I shared? You can use the comment box. There was a free material that was shared as part of your gift to this training. Nobody is responding. Okay. Okay. Anthony has read the material. Okay. So I want to assume that the rest have not yet done that. I want to encourage you to do that. It's a short material and it will give you an overview of what I do. But I'll just quickly run through that as well before I start the class properly tonight. Why should you listen to me? And why should why am I qualified to teach you this? Okay, Shewa has done that, so thank you very much. Yeah, I've been doing this for over 8 years now. Actually, 10 years was when I started learning about web design with WordPress specifically. I was still in the university as at that time, and I just got interested in it. By the way, I study computer sciences, so I have a background in coding, though I don't really write codes these days, but I have a background in coding, so I have that um, foundation. Anthony, you can put down your hand. Thank you very much. So, but I started, you know, learning about WordPress way back 2013. Yes, 2013. That was when I started. Though I have some bit of uh, prior knowledge before then about the whole IT thing. I've always been quite interested in the whole space. I want to explore that space. I've heard, as at that time, internet marketing was becoming a thing. Excuse me. So a lot of people wanted to get in on it. So I also started exploring, did a few things here and there. Nothing was really working out perfectly, but eventually I got into the web design space with WordPress, and I started out in 2013 with that part. And here we are today. If you have read the material, I've designed over 100 sites in the course of the period I've been doing this. I have clients across uh, the continents in US and UK, you know. So it's been quite an experience learning over the years, and I just felt um, there is usually I have a few guys that I work with from time to time, but I realized that the field is still very much um, you know the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. Let me put it that way. And that was what placed that burden on my heart that I needed to spread this. I needed to bring in more people. That was what birthed the idea of this. I've always nursed this idea for a while, but I just never did it until eventually I did it this year. Okay, though I have trained a few persons over the years here and there, but I've never done it on a massive scale like I'm doing right now. Okay, so this is um, the first of many more that will come like this, and you will get to know the bigger plan as I go today. But the introductory part is where we are today. I just want to introduce you to that field. Um, if you have no background, don't be worried. That's why you're here. I'm going to run you through the background. However, let me mention that if you are not ready for this journey, if you are not ready to commit to this, then perhaps you are not supposed to be here right now. Now, I'm not scaring you, I'm just being sincere. This is not just another skill you just want to add and say, oh, yeah, I know how to do this. I mean, one thing I want to give you the advantage of is my experience, my exposure, and if you get in on the plan that I have laid out, you would see that there is a lot more that is in store for you. And I'll talk more about that as I get into it. So that's enough background about me. So we want to launch into the deep now. So you would not be seeing so much of my face for now. I think that's fine. So permit me to share my screen. So you are going to be seeing more of my screen going forward. All right. Please confirm that you can see my screen. Confirm that you are seeing my screen. Can you see this WordPress? Welcome to WordPress. Please confirm that. You're not seeing that. That means I'm not sharing the right thing. Let me do it again. Okay. I think it's working now. Can you see it now? All right. Thank you. Working perfectly now. So this is the world of WordPress. This is the world of WordPress. Let me tell you a little bit about WordPress before I get ahead of myself, so that you understand why WordPress. WordPress powers about 1/3 of the websites in the world. That might come as a shocker to you, but that's the power of WordPress. You can Google it. Okay? Statistics about WordPress. You can see WordPress is used by 43.4% of all websites in the world. Trust me, that is crazy. Among those created with a known CMS, the word CMS is content management system. Content management system. That's the meaning of the word CMS. Among those created with a known CMS, the market share is even higher, 62.8. In other words, WordPress is the highest content management system in the world. There are over 810 million WordPress websites. Ha, trust me, that is huge. So why WordPress? Because a lot of websites that you see today are powered by WordPress. So I'm not going to go into all of that statistics. You can research it more if you are very much interested in that. You can research more about that statistics. But just know that WordPress powers most of the sites, a whole lot of the sites that you've seen online. Even with AI, WordPress now integrates AI. So there are a lot of AI tools that has now been integrated into WordPress. So don't be scared that, oh, well, what is happening now, is AI going to take away all of this? I assure you, every tool and platform is integrating AI already. So be rest assured, WordPress is not going anywhere anytime soon. All right, WordPress is still very much in use today, and whatever you are learning now is something you can profit from immediately. If you remember in the ad that I put out there, please, you can remind others in the group that we have started the class. If you have specific friends in the group, please tell them that we have started the class. Please mute. Please make sure you are muted so that we would not have echo. Anu, kindly mute. Thank you very much. So reach out to your friends. Let them know that we have started the class so that they won't miss out on this. Okay, so I was saying that WordPress powers more, that about 42%, right? Yeah, 43% of all websites in the world. So WordPress is still very much relevant. A lot of websites are using it. It is a skill that you can easily learn, and within 2-3 months, I gave a gap of 90 days. It's realistic. In fact, I have one of the people I trained just within like 2 months ago. I trained him, gave him the basics, ran him through the whole thing, and in less than 45 days, he was already working on projects. In less than 45 days. True story. All right. So I've done this over and over. So I can assure you this is not fables. This is real. This is a skill that if you learn it, if you master it, you can begin to put money in your pocket in a short time. If you know what you're doing. Okay? If you know what you're doing. So this is the WordPress environment. This is the WordPress environment. It might look a bit different in some circumstances depending on a few factors, but I've logged in right now. Okay, maybe I should just log out and log in again. Do I know the password in my head? Let me get the password, because I think I don't have that password. Okay, this should be it. Yeah. So I'm going to log out and log in again so that you see how we get started on the journey. So usually this is what you will see. This is the link, wdf.barrastreams.com /wp-admin, wdf.barrastreams.com /wp-admin. All right. Now there's a redirect. I can't begin to explain all that tonight. That is still a bit advanced for you for now, but I'll explain all of that as we go. So I just logged in back. So when you log into the WordPress environment, this is usually what you would see, or something similar to this. You will usually see this area at the top, which most times is dark. The color can change depending on the look and feel that has been used. Then you will see this side, the left sidebar, and a couple of links here. If you scroll down, this is what you see generally. So this is like the general look and feel of the WordPress environment. What I really want to do tonight is to give you a simple foundation to building a fresh website. So this is a fresh installation. In fact, I just did this tonight. Okay, I just did this evening. It's a fresh installation. All right, I just installed the WordPress, and doing that installation is a bit advanced, so that is not part of this training. Okay, but I'll tell you about a package that I already have for you. I'll talk more about that. All right, let me not miss out on what is going on in the comments. Okay. what you'll be able to do tonight, by the time we are done, you will be able to set up the WordPress dashboard environment. Write that down if you want to. What we are going to achieve tonight. You'll be able to set up the WordPress. Where we are right now is called the WordPress dashboard environment. You'll be able to set that up. You'll be able to do some basic customization. You will be able to create pages and posts, possibly. You'll be able to create menu. You'll be able to design, which is really where we are going to get into. This last part is going to take a bit of our time. Okay, I jumped a step. You'll be able to install themes and plugins. So this is our goal for tonight. This is our goal for tonight. Let's get started. Please, if you need to communicate with me, I'm not seeing the comment box. Just unmute and say something so that I will know that you are saying something. So right now I'm not looking at the comment. Okay? If you need to communicate with me, just let me know by unmuting your mic. Is that fine? Alright, so let's get started. Setting up the WordPress dashboard environment. There's not much to that. Usually once you install your WordPress and you log into the dashboard, this is what we call the dashboard. The link usually is WP admin. Most times any website you see WP is WordPress. Once you see WP is WordPress. Alright? And let me give you a clue. Okay, you are getting into the world now. So let me give you a clue. How to know a website that is built by WordPress. This doesn't work in all cases, but at least 95% of the time, this is how to know. Let me see one of the sites built recently. Dexter's Law Hub. This is one of the sites I built recently. Okay, so you want to know if this site is built with WordPress. What you do is just right click anywhere on the site. Just right click, scroll to where it says view page source. View page source. Alright, just right click, scroll to where it says view page source. You can just scroll down. This is it, view page source. When you click on view page source, you will see the HTML code behind the whole thing. Okay, let me not make a bit of assumption. Let me say something quickly before I continue, because I'm assuming that you know this, but I mean, I have a tech background. Now, what websites are actually coded, but the thing is that we want to learn how to build without writing codes. Okay, websites are coded, but we want to learn to build without writing codes, right? So now the code that powers any website you see is called HTML, CSS. HTML, CSS. That is the code that powers any website you see in the world. HTML, CSS. That's the code. Sorry, I'm trying to join the meeting with another so that I can see what is happening in the comment box. I need to keep my eyes on the comment box. Okay. Can you hear me? Hi. I'm getting echo. This is not a good idea. Okay. I guess this cannot work. It's fine. If you need to talk to me, just use the mic. I will hear you. So I was saying that any website you see is fundamentally built by what we call HTML, CSS. Look at it. HTML. HTML is hypertext markup language. You can read up on it. All right. You don't need to know all the technical jargons, right? But just know that any website you see, behind the website is codes that are written with the HTML language. HTML is the fundamental language of the web. That's the language of the web. That's the language your websites understand. Okay? Now, CSS is what brings the design. What you see as the look and feel is CSS, cascading style sheet. That's the meaning of CSS. That is what gives the site the beauty, the colors, the things that are moving around and all some of those things. Okay, those are CSS effects. Now there are other aspects of that. There is JavaScript, there is PHP, and a few others, back-end languages and all that. Let's not disturb ourselves with all of that. You don't worry your head too much about it. You just know that websites are built with HTML, CSS. Now for WordPress, WordPress is powered by HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then for the back end, you have PHP and MySQL. So for those of you that are interested in that knowledge, I'm giving you the basics now. I'll say that again. You want to say something? Okay, I think I can continue. So I was saying that please someone can moderate the comment for me if you are saying anything, maybe Shewa or Gideon. If you notice anything, just tell me. All right, I'm not seeing the comment right now, so I'm focused on my screen. Are we good?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so I was saying that WordPress is powered by HTML, CSS, then JavaScript. All right, I can't go into what all of those things do right now, but for the back end, there is what we call front end and back end. Front end is what you are seeing. So look at this website now. This is the front end. This is what you see when you visit the site, whether on your desktop or on your laptop or on your mobile device. This is what you see. This is the front end. But behind this, there is a back end. There is something happening that is not visible. Okay, when I click all those links where it goes to, when I put out a form, all right, maybe someone fills a form on the site, how it submits, that is back end stuff. Then there is the database part, which is also part of back end. So the back end part of website is powered by what we call PHP and MySQL. That's for WordPress. Now I'm talking about WordPress. PHP and MySQL. That is the language that powers the back end of WordPress. So WordPress is built by 5 major languages. If you want to write it down. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Those are the front end parts. Alright, JavaScript, JavaScript, JavaScript. Then the back end is PHP and MySQL. PHP and MySQL. MySQL is language of database. PHP is coding language. Okay, I'm not going into all that. I just needed to lay that foundation. So the reason why I had to say all that is because what you are seeing here right now is HTML, CSS. This is even just HTML, all right? The CSS part is a bit okay, is a bit there too. This part here, where's my cursor now? This part here I'm hovering over right now is the CSS part, all right? But for the most part, yeah, all of this is HTML. When you see div, when you see class, those are HTML language stuff, all right? But don't be scared about all that. WordPress, you are going to be building from front end and it's drag and drop. So you don't need to bother about codes. right? I have software background, so that's why I know a bit of some of these things. So it's good to have the basic knowledge. But what I wanted to show you is that how you know a website that is built by WordPress. That's actually what I wanted to show you. Okay, this is a bit of an expo now. This is how you know. When you click on that view page source, all you should look for is just scroll. As you are scrolling, be looking for anything WP. WP. Okay. I saw one the other time. I saw one the other. Yeah, look at this. WP content. That's WordPress. WP content. I think there is one somewhere at the top area here. Once you see WP, WP content, WP admin, WP includes, those are WordPress. Look at it, WP content. WP content, that's WordPress. So when you see a site that has that, just know that that site is built by WordPress. There are a few other ways to know, but that's like a simple way. Okay, that's like a simple way. So let's leave all that. So look at all this beautiful thing you are seeing. It is written by HTML, CSS, JavaScript, then the back end, MySQL, and PHP. All right. So we want to learn how to do all this. This simple thing you're seeing here, a lot has gone into it. I want to explore how we can design something as simple but as beautiful as that. Okay. Now let me show you what we have currently. Right now, I've not is a fertile land. The land is still unplowed. It's a fresh land. So let me show you the site. Once you come here at the top, you would see a drop down, visit site. I will right click because I want to open it in a new tab. So currently this is what you have. Because usually when you install WordPress, it will install a demo theme for you, something simple and basic. So this is like the demo installation. I'm going to remove all this, okay, but this is the demo installation. So right now there is nothing serious on this site. Okay, by the time we are done tonight, you are going to have something beautiful, at least on the home page. At least on the home page. All right, so let's not jump ahead of ourselves. Setting up WordPress dashboard environment and following this our outline. Okay, so usually when you come here, you just want to ensure that things are well set. You might want to start by checking the settings. Sometimes you might want to see some of those settings. Right now there's not much to do in the settings, okay, but all the basic stuff are usually here. If there's a site icon, you might bring it in here. There's another way to do this, so don't worry about this for now. All right, maybe the time, the dates, you can see time zone, format. These are basic stuff. All right, I don't do this a lot oftentimes at the beginning, so I'm just giving you a simple general workflow, but you don't have to bother so much about some of these things for now. Some of these things that are here, as you get deeper into this, you would understand more where they come in, how to change some of these things, and where to go. All right, if your site has membership registration, this has to be turned on. Again, don't be too bothered about all of this for now. So there is no much setting up right now because this is still a fresh installation. Okay, but let me run you through this environment quickly. So you have the dashboard. This is the home, which is where we were before. This is the dashboard. Updates speaks about, usually WordPress is very heavy on themes and plugins. So usually those themes and plugins need to be updated from time to time. So you will usually see the updates. It will tell you there's a new update. You can always go there to update. Posts. Posts is where you had, if your site has a blog, all right, this is where you create new posts. Okay, originally WordPress was designed to be a blogging platform originally, but as they went ahead, they realized that it can be more, it can do much more. So eventually it became a robust tool, but they did not remove that blogging feature. So that's why the blogging part is still a very solid part of WordPress. All right, it comes with blogging easily easily. Okay, so add a new post. You can add a new post from here. All right, I'll come back to all this. I don't want to bother so much about this for now. I just want to run you through the environment. Media is where you add your pictures, even your videos and music. You can also add it. Though I don't recommend bringing in videos, all right, directly, at least, particularly if they are heavy, okay, because it will affect the speed of your site and all that, okay. But you can upload stuff here. I'm not going to go into all of this right now as well. This is pages. We are going to come there shortly. This is comments. When people comment on your post, it will tell you there are comments here. You can go there, go and modulate the comments. You can delete if you don't want it. You can approve if you want it. Right now, there won't be anything there if I go there. Appearance. I'm going to also come here shortly. Plugins. Now, let me quickly mention that one thing you need to know about WordPress is that WordPress is heavy on plugins. WordPress is heavy on plugins. Any functionality that can be carried out by the site, oftentimes, I'm talking about WordPress, oftentimes is powered by a plugin. Oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes is powered by a plugin. So WordPress is very much, hinged on plugins. Anything like if you want e-commerce, for example, there is a plugin for it in WordPress that is called WooCommerce. WooCommerce is a robust plugin that does anything e-commerce related, and there are plenty other plugins. If you want to integrate payment to your site, there is a plugin for that. If you want to play audio on your site, there are plugins for that. If you want to display a gallery, there are plugins for that. Sometimes some of those functionalities might come with the theme, sometimes, but more often than not, you might have to install a customized plugin to carry out the function that you want. So that's why if you see certain WordPress sites, you will see as much as, oh, I clicked on plugins. You will, right now there's no plugin. Don't worry, we are going to play around with some of these things. Okay, you can see as much as 10 to 20 plugins installed, because there is just a plugin for anything. Contact form, there's a plugin for it. Give me ideas. You want people to be able to buy and sell, that's e-commerce, there's a plugin for it. What else? Think of anything, there is a plugin for it. I was doing a site for a client, and the client says she wants to have a clickable map. Okay, look at it. This is the site actually. This is the site. So she says she wants to have a clickable map. I've never done something like this before. Okay, so she mentioned it that she liked something like that. All right, a clickable map such that when I hover on the different states that they operate in, it's going to show the state and maybe change color or something. I've never actually done something like that. All right, so but all I just needed to do was I just searched for plugins that can do. I just searched for maps. All right, maps. So there is a map. So what you are seeing here right now is a plugin. This stuff you are seeing here right now is a plugin. Is a plugin that is doing this stuff. All right, so there is a plugin for almost anything. That's what I'm telling you. Almost anything. Just think of it. All right, I was doing another site for somebody, and he said he wants some kind of membership, all right, on his site. Okay, all I just needed to do was, okay, search. So you come here, if you want to install a new plugin, you come here, add new. Once you click on add new, if you have the plugin on your system, maybe you have already bought it or you have downloaded it, you can come to upload plugin and upload it. But if it is not on your system, you can search. So there is a search bar here. So like I spoke about membership. So the client says he wants membership on a site. I just search for membership. Now take note, plugins can be free or paid. Keep that in mind, very important. Plugins can be free or paid. Are we still together? Okay, somebody is helping us with notes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. Plugins can be free or paid. Okay, so once you come to plugins, okay, by the way, I'll probably show you how to create something simple like this so that some of you can explore and play around, okay, with some of these things. Right now, it's you might not be able to practicalize because I'm the only one that is doing this on my hand right now, okay, but that's fine. I have a lot of packages for you as we go. You just follow me for now. There's a recording. I'm recording this session, so you can always go over it in your spare time. And I'm also going to share uh, a resource with you that you can go and explore to learn more about some of these things I'm talking about. There's a lot of resource online, really, but I'm going to share one trusted one with you. Okay, so you just search. So membership, like I said, so there are free and they are paid. So usually I like to start with the free version. At least let's get a taste of it. Let's see what we can do with the free. Okay, I mean, again, this is Nigeria, and you and I know that many of these plugins are in dollars, right? And you know what the dollar is saying. So you want to save cost. Okay, you want to save cost. So sometimes you can actually find a free plugin that will do the basic things you want, except if what you want is on a higher level. You might not have to pay for the paid version. But most plugins, they will give you the free version, at least so that you can get into the system, try it and see how it works and all that. So all you need to do is, once you see the one you want, just install it. So for example, I'm not going to install any of these. I'm going to install one. Let's say I want a plugin for maintenance. So I want to put a plugin on the side that shows that site is under construction, something like that. So maintenance is a plugin. I'm going to install one now. All right, there are a few of them. You can scroll and see, but I'll just install one. I can install I use any of these two from time to time. So let me just use this guy. Install now. Once you click on it, by the way, you have to be online to do this. All right, although you can do this offline, but I'm used to the online way of doing it. If you want to do it offline, you will need to install WordPress on local host. Maybe that might be another tutorial, but that's not for right now. Okay, there is a way you can do this offline. There's a way you can do this offline. So maybe I might do another tutorial and show you how to install on local host. Okay, but I am used to doing this online. I'm online right now. In fact, if you go to wdf.barrastreams.com, you would see everything I'm doing right now. wdf.barrastreams.com. Let me put it in the comment. All right, so you can see what I am doing. Now you will not see you will not see my dashboard. You will only see the front end. Okay, you will only see the front end. You can do it on your mobile as well. All right, you will only see the front end. So once you install the plugin, you will have to activate. So there is the installation, there is the activation. They are not the same thing. There is installation, there is activation. Don't confuse both. You install first, then you have to what? Activate. So I'm activating right now the plugin I just installed. So it's showing that it's active. All right, so let me refresh my page. Let me refresh. So this is the plugin I just installed. Now one thing is that when you install a new plugin, sometimes you will see the plugin showing either on the left side here, or in some cases it will show at the top, or in some cases it might be hidden under any of this. It might be maybe under tools or under settings or under appearance, or it depends on what kind of plugin it is, right? So like this particular plugin now is maintenance, so it's showing at the top here. All right, with time, if you are getting into the WordPress environment, many of these things will become natural to you. I mean, like I said it at the beginning, I've been doing this for like 10 years, so I'm already used to some of these things. So this is the maintenance plugin I just installed. Let's go and see what it does. Click here. So don't worry about this. It's asking me to pay. I don't need to pay. I'm okay with the free version. Now, if you right now the maintenance is on, so let's preview. I want to preview the site. So right now, if you check my site, this is what you are going to see. On your own end, this is what you will see. So most times when I'm starting a new work, I install a maintenance plugin so that the client will not see the work I'm doing until I'm done. And when I'm done is when I tell them, okay, I turn off the maintenance, ask them to see it, give their reviews. Then when they are satisfied and we've done all the correction, I can give them all the login access to the dashboard, right? So that's my workflow. So maintenance is on. I can change some things here. The headline, let me change this to something really cool is coming. I like to use that a lot. I can scroll down here. Some of these stuffs are paid one, but I don't need all that. You can add a logo if you want. This is the background image. All right, you can change it. Let me see if I can find one nice image on my system to use for that. Downloads. I need something simple. Let me see if I can use this guy. Is it big enough? This is too heavy. I love this guy, but the image is too heavy. Let me compress this image. So pay attention to everything I'm doing. These are some of the things I do. I like this image, but it's too heavy. All right. So usually what I do is I compress the image. I go to iloveimg.com. Take note of that. That's where I compress images. iloveimg.com. Your image should not be more than 250 to 300 kilobytes. If it is more than that, it is too heavy. Except what you are designing is maybe for an architecture site or an image heavy site. Those are sites that you need high quality images. All right. But general site, most sites, you don't need any image that is heavier than 250, 300 kilobytes. Right? So once you come to I love IMG, select compress image. I will just drag the image. Look at the size, it's 1.12 megabyte. That's too heavy. I don't need more than 250 kilobytes. So we are going to compress this guy. Okay? Look at it. From 1.13 MB to 135 kilobytes. But the image will still be very sharp. You see, the thing you must understand about the web is that the web doesn't need you are looking at it on your computer. Your eyes cannot handle too much details. So you don't need too much detail for anything web. The only time you need all those heavy images is something that will be printed. Printed images are the ones that need very high, high resolution. Okay. Now I'm not reducing the image size, but what I've done is that I've compressed the image. So there are some details in the image that will be taken out, but the truth is that you will not be able to observe it with your natural eyes, except you have some unusual eyes anyway. So this is the new version, 135 kilobyte. If you compare it to the original image, it's still the same size, 1500 by 1000 pixel, but it has compressed it. So this is the one I'm going to use now. So let me go back to my WordPress. Where am I? So this is where I am now. All right. So you can click on select files. or you can just drag and drop. I can be very lazy like that, so I like the drag and drop method all the time. So once you open your file manager, all right, just go to where the file is on your system, hold down your cursor, your left click, drag the image. See, when you're about to drop, it will show something blue around to show that it's about to drop it. So but if that doesn't work for you, just click on upload. Just click on upload. Whichever way works for you, you can add the image that way. So you can just click on select files. It will take you to your system. You go to where the image is. All right, I am used to the drag and drop, so that's me for you. So this is the image. I'm just going to use it for the background. All right, you can scroll down. Let me change the font. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Our journey is still far and we've not even done anything. 300. I like this font a lot for pins. Very cool. Save changes. So let's preview our site. Yeah, can you see? This is looking like it. You can check it on mobile, check it on your phone, and see what we have. wdf.barrastreams.com. I'm checking it on my own phone too. I want to see what it looks like. Yeah, so it's responsive, it's mobile responsive. All right, it's mobile responsive. That's one of the advantages of what I'm teaching you. What I'm teaching you is very responsive. Anything you design will change based on the device, whether it's desktop, laptop, tab, phone. It's perfectly mobile responsive design. All right, cool. So let's roll. Let's get back. So that is plugins for you. So we can install different plugins. If you want to uninstall, you go back to plugins, installed plugins. So if I don't want that plugin anymore, let's say for some reasons I'm tired of it. See, you see, I have one plugin installed, which is what the maintenance plugin. If I don't want it, I just deactivate. Once you deactivate, the plugin will stop working. Then you can now delete if you want to. All right, but right now I still need this plugin, so I'll leave it. All right, I'm actually using it, so you would not see what I'm doing for now, except I make you see it. Okay, so for now let's just leave it because the maintenance is on and I like it that way for now. All right, let's follow our outline. I've spoken about setting up the WordPress environment. Okay, I've not spoken about customization. I've started touching plugins. All right, I'll still talk about themes. Okay, let's talk about um, creating pages and posts. I'll now connect that with customization. So usually you want to create WordPress pages. All right, the pages you are going to have on your site. So let's say this site is going to have, say, 3 pages. You just come to pages, all pages, or add new, whichever way. All right, right now these are default pages that are included when you created WordPress, but I'm not going to use them for now. I'm going to add a new page. You can also come from here. So usually there are usually more than one way to do the same thing. As you can see, you can come from here, you can come from here. If you are here, you can come from here. Just get it. Like I tell my students back then, there are many ways to kill a rat. Okay, as long as you are getting the job done, just know what you're doing. So I'm going to do this, add new page, add new page. So let's say we have home page. Click here, add title. Let's call it home. Now don't add anything here for now. Just the title is all you need. Home. I'm going to have 3 pages: home, services, and contact. Those are the 3 pages I'm going to have. Once you type home, don't worry about all of this stuff. I won't go into all of this for now. All right, just publish. Click publish. That's all for now. We'll come back to all of those details later. Then go back again, Just click here, it will take you back to the dashboard. I hope you're seeing that. It will take you back to the dashboard. So add new page again. This is the page we just added. Home. Let's add 2 more pages. Add new page. So services. I don't need this. Just close it. Services. Like I said, don't worry about all this. We are still going to edit the pages. Publish. Close it. Go again. Back to dashboard. I hope I'm not too fast. Add a new page. I don't need this. I'll close it. Contact. Publish. Alright. I'm not explaining all of these things. We would explain that in some other classes. So I have my pages now. Home, contact, services. Alright. Don't worry about the other pages that are not part of what we created. We are not using them for now. So that is how to create pages. Basic. Just go to pages, click on add new page. You create a new page. Now that we have a new page, we are going to need a menu. Alright. Your menu is going to display a list of the available pages. So that is the next place I'm going now. Menu. I want to create a menu. Okay, I will need to install a theme before we can do that. So we don't have a theme yet. We need to install a theme. So let's do that. I'm going to come to themes. Alright. And I'll click on add new theme. Now there is a default theme here. There's a default theme. Okay, but I'm not going to use the default theme. I don't even like that default theme anyway. So I'm not going to use that default theme. So I'm going to install a new theme. Alright. Right now I will start by installing Elementor. Though that's not what I'm going to use to teach the class. But I'll start by installing the Elementor theme. Elementor is one of the, not even one of the, is perhaps the best WordPress theme builder out there. I said theme builder, not theme. Theme builder. Alright, it's both a theme and a theme builder. So just search for Elementor. A theme that is Elementor based. Yeah, so I'll use this. As you can see, as you start typing, it brings out different themes that are related to Elementor. So I'll use this one. That's not the theme I'll use to teach the class. I just want to install that for now. Then you activate. Don't forget, you install, then you activate. I'm doing themes right now. That I've already jumped to this install themes. We need it to do the next thing I want to do. So I'm already here, but I'll come back to the others I've not done. Okay, so I've installed the theme. Again, how do you get there? Come to appearance. How do you get to themes? Come to appearance, themes. Once you click on themes, it will bring you here. Search for the theme you want. If you already have the theme, like the theme I'm going to use for the class proper, when we get to design, I'm going to upload the theme we are going to use for the class proper. But right now, I'm going to just install this one for now. Alright, and you click on activate. You click on activate. So it's telling me, thanks for installing Hello Theme. The Hello Theme is a lightweight starter theme that works perfectly with the award-winning Elementor site builder. So Elementor is a site builder. Alright, it has a site builder. So it's asking me, once you download and activate the plugin, you are only one click away from building an amazing site. So I want you to install the Elementor builder, which is a plugin. The Elementor builder is a plugin. And I'm showing you this because I want you to be able to do this on your end. If you have access to an environment, a dashboard environment, you can get what Elementor. Elementor is free. Elementor Builder is free. There is a free version that you can use to practice and build on that. All right. So I'm going to install the Elementor plugin. It's asking me that theme that I installed needs the Elementor Builder plugin. So I'm installing it right now. Okay. So the plugin has been installed. Activate plugin. It's asking me to do all of this. I'm not going to do all of this right now. You can just cancel. I don't want to do all of that. So, but it has installed that plugin for us. If you go to plugins, let's see installed plugins. Can you see it has installed Elementor Builder? The Elementor website builder has it all. Like I said, Elementor Builder is like one of the best builders out there. I don't use it often though. I use a builder called Divi. I'm going to get to it. That's the one I'm even going to use to teach you the design. That's the one I'm going to use to teach. All right. But the thing about Divi is that Divi is not free. Unlike Elementor, there is a free version for Elementor. Divi is not really free. Okay, it's a paid builder. All right, but that's what I have been using over the course of the years. But I use Elementor too from time to time. I do work with Elementor, so I am very fine with it as well. But I prefer working with Divi. That's just it. Maybe because I've used it for many more years. All right, so now that we have the plugin installed and the theme installed, yeah, go back to appearance, and now you can see that some other things have been added. Some of them were not showing before because we did not have the kind of theme that would activate those things. All right, appearance, themes. All right, this is what I just did. I just installed a new theme. Okay, I just installed a new theme. If you don't like the theme, you just come to add new theme. I'm still going to change this theme, like I said. I'm still going to change it, but for now, we are okay with that. We are okay with that. So I have the theme installed. Then we can now talk about creating menus. Creating menus. So we are marking it all one after the other. We've done this part. We've done this. Post and pages. We've done that. Install themes and plugins. We've also done that. So menu, that's what I'm about to do now. Okay, so you come here. If you don't have an active theme, you might not see the menu part. So that's why you needed to have a theme first. Then you come to menu, just click on menus. It will bring you to this place. Again, before you create menu, you must have created pages, because it is the pages that you itemize on the menu. Menu is just a display of the created pages. That's why you need to have the pages first. So I would like to call my menu main menu. Don't worry, you are seeing all these. These are some names I've used. The computer likes to keep memory, so that's why you are seeing some of these things. So I'll call it main menu. Then I'll come to create. Don't worry about this for now. Once you name the menu, you click on create. So it has created this menu, but you are not done yet. You now have to add pages to the menu. The process is come to appearance, click on menus, it brings you to the menus area. Put the name of the menu and click on create menu. It creates the menu. So you have this. So now the next thing before you are done is you have to add the pages to the menu. So I'm going to add the contact page. Just come here to this side, tick the pages you want. Services, home. These are the 3 pages I want to show on my menu. If some pages are not showing here, just click on view all. View all will show all the pages that you have. All right, then you click on add to menu. You can see these are the 3 pages I want on my menu. You can reposition this, you can drag. So I want the home to come first. So you hold your cursor on home and drag it to the top. The home will come first. I want the services to follow. Put your cursor on services, drag it. So you can drag. This thing is draggable. It's draggable. Now, if I want a page to be a sub of another page, all I need to do is, for example, if I want contact page to be sub to services, all I need to do is, I want the contact to be under services. See, I will just drag to the right. Once you drag to the right, it will become a sub to the one above it. So it's saying that my services page, the contact now, is a sub under services. That's what this means. If you don't like the structure, you can change it back. Just drag this thing back. You see, this thing is draggable. You can move it. See, I've dragged it. You can even make this two to be sub to home. See, I have made, so this is like 3 levels, 2 levels now. Service is under home, contact is under services. Okay, so I don't want that. I'll drag it back, then I'll drag this one too back. When you are done, you have to select, okay, where will the menu be displayed? That's why this part is important. So you turn on header. I want the menu to display on the header part. If you want it on the footer, you can also turn this on, but I want it on the header. When do you use this one? This one is used when you want, every time you create a page, you want that page to be added automatically to your menu. I don't like to turn it on because it's not all pages I want on the menu. So I usually don't turn this on. But if you know what you are doing, you can turn it on. Alright, so I'll just click on save menu. I hope you are getting this. We are going to take a 5 minutes break shortly. Alright, so I have the menu. Now let me show you what I'm doing so that you can see what we have done so far. I will go to visit site, right click, open, so that you can see what I've done so far. So this is the menu. Don't worry, you are not, the site is still blank because we've not started designing anything. So this is the menu. Home, services, contact. This is the menu. Can you see? This is the menu. Now you cannot see this on your own end because I am logged in. That's why I can see this. The user on their own end cannot see it because maintenance is turned on. So on your own device, if you check, you will not see what I'm saying. I am logged in to the dashboard, so that's why I can see the site live. All right, good. So this is what you will see. This is what you'll be seeing. But me, I can see that. Okay, I think we should take a quick break. Okay, before we take a break, let's see. Can I talk about customization before we take a break? I'm not sure. Let's take the break. I'll come to customization. So we are done with menu. So what we'll be left with is customization and design. Those are the 2 things we want to do next. So those are the last 2 things I'm going to do. Okay, so we are going to take a quick break. We are going to take a quick break. Yeah. Whew. So let's take a quick break. In the meantime, does anybody want to clarify anything before I actually need to take a 5 minutes break? I need to take some water. But does anybody want to clarify anything before I continue? Before I take my break? Anybody?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, how are you?
Fine, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for the lecture. It's interesting. So I wanted to ask, why trying to do the WordPress and everything? Are we to use the same link, or we have to download a WordPress app or
Okay, so
software?
you can unmute. You can mute. So the thing is, usually there will be a space where you are going to have to work. I already have that space. Alright, I installed WordPress at this WDF that you are seeing, that I showed you, wdf.barrastream.com. I installed WordPress on that subdomain. It's called a subdomain. Alright, it's a subdomain. So I installed WordPress on that subdomain. So, but for you, um, there is a way you can work offline, and if you are working offline, all you need to do is download WordPress. WordPress is a software. You can actually download it online. Alright, I would let me just give you the link of where to get WordPress from, or let me just even show you. Let me show you how to. That's if you are working offline. Though you may not still be able to do it yet, because I'll still need to probably show you how to install on localhost. So let me show you how to get the WordPress. If you are working online, download WordPress. Just search it. So it will take you here, WordPress.org. That's where you get the WordPress installation. So all you need to do is click on Get WordPress. Get WordPress. Okay, this is it here. So you download it into your system. Alright. Once you download it into your system and you know how to install it on your localhost. Localhost means you can work offline. Alright. For you to use localhost, you will need to install what is called a server. I didn't go into all those um, explanation because I didn't want to bore you with all those things. All right, but maybe I might share a tutorial with you or stuff if you're interested in doing it offline. You will need to install a server, because what we are doing, because I am online, I am communicating with the web. But if you are offline, you will need to be able to communicate, though you are offline, with a server. So you will need to install a local server. All right, and a recommended server you can install is called XAMPP. XAMPP. Yeah, XAMPP. So you might have to download XAMPP for your system, for Windows 10, or if it's Windows 11 you're using, just download XAMPP. And there is a lot of tutorials on how to install it and all that. So with that XAMPP now, you can be it will be as though you are online, but you're actually offline. All right, so you can install WordPress, because WordPress needs to be communicating with a server. That's the way it works. So there is a lot of training on that, but again, I don't want to go into all that. So right now, I just installed it on a subdomain, and I'm working on it. But if you want to use it offline, you would need to install it on a local host and install WordPress there and start running it from there. All right, so I hope I was able to answer your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now, I actually have a package for you guys. That's the truth. All right, because I mean, the truth is that you and I know that 2 hours cannot cover so much. There is so much to learn. There is so much to learn. There is a paid version of this program. All right. Should I talk about it now, or should I wait till after the end of the class? There is actually a paid program.
Talk
So
about it now, sir.
I should. Okay,
Tell
no
us.
problem.
Yes, sir.
Let me show you the paid program. So this is a paid program, and let me tell you what you're going to get. I call it six-figure web consultant blueprint. It's a robust training I'm going to do. Okay, so whoever gets in on that training, all those things that I'm talking about, you are going to have. I'm even going to create a subdomain for you, so you will not even have that issue, because I like my students to work online so that you get used to the online environment. So usually any student that is working with me, I create a subdomain for them, and they are working, and I'm guiding them, I'm seeing what they are doing. One of the problem of offline is that, except you share your screen, I can't see what you're doing. But if you are online, I can see your work. Am I sharing my screen right now?
No, sir.
I'm so sorry. I thought
Okay.
I was sharing my screen. Sorry. Where is it? Yeah. So this is it. I call it six-figure web consultant blueprint. This is what you are going to get. It's an intensive program. It's an intensive training. It's not free. Oh. Let me be straightforward with you now. So start salivating now what the figure will be. But don't be scared. I won't scare you. Now, this offer is an intensive live online training that will run for 2 or 3 days and will cover the following areas. So when I say 2 or 3 days, we are going to spread it. So it's not going to be like back to back. All right. I might run it. It might be weekends. It might be like 2 or 3 weekends. Okay. But beyond just the training, let me run through all of the details for you. Okay. Domain and hosting setup. I'll teach you how to buy domain setup. You see, the whole idea of this training is that is an end-to-end training. Like, you know what to do when you are talking with a client and he says, okay, I want a website. From beginning to the end, you know what to do. That's what this training is going to be about. I'll teach you how to set up your domain, set up your hosting. There is what we call domain, there's what we call hosting. You will learn all those things, how to set it up, how to buy it, how to, all those things. I do all that. It's part of what I do as a web consultant, right? Install SSS for your domain. That's what makes sure that your site is secure. How to create customized emails. A lot of clients will tell you, I want an email, tony@barrastream.com. It's a customized email that will carry the name of their domain. I'll teach you how to do all of that. All right. Whether in web hosting or standalone, there are two options. So if you are in that training, I'll teach you all the different options. How to connect your domain to the hosting. All right, and sometimes also using a cloud distribution network. I'll teach you all that. Then we will go into web design with WordPress in detail. The one we want to do tonight is just Jara, is just to test. The real one, when you come to this training, I will really sit you down and we'll go deep, 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 deep. I would also teach you funnel design. Okay, there's what we call funnels. All right, I'll teach you about that. Payment integration with your website, I'll teach you that. How to troubleshoot. Sometimes you design or you are working, there are issues that come up. How do you handle it? How do you handle it? These are some of the issues. I've dealt with some of those things over the years. I'll run you through how we do all that. Then I will now go into the business of web consultancy. See, this is where the money is. So many people have these skills that I've mentioned before, but the business side of it. See, it took me years to learn that side. I won't lie to you. It took me years to understand the business side. I told you I have clients in UK and US. I'm not joking. It took me years to learn that. All right. So I needed to understand. By the way, go and read. If you didn't read the free ebook, please do, because it gives you an hint into some of the things that I know. All right, and that has helped me. But I will teach you more. There is a whole lot more. The different revenue streams, client acquisition, how you retain clients, all of those things, you will learn it. All right. I do business proper. I run barrastream.com. You can check the site. Okay. That's what I do. It's a business. So it's not just some. I'm not actually a freelancer. I used to freelance, but I've left that stage. I'm a business proper person. I'm a business consultant actually. Then connecting site, Google Analytics, adding your site to Google Search Console, SEO stuff, teach you all of that. All right, introduce you to other related areas of websites, which include social media advertising, email marketing, content marketing. I will run you through some of those basics. Okay, we may not go into some of them in details because some of them are comprehensive training in themselves, but I'll run you through the basics. I'm still talking about what that training is going to be. Now look at the bonus. This is what you're going to get as bonus. You are getting a tutorial on Wix. If you are interested in designing website with Wix, some people may say, I don't want to do WordPress. I want to do Wix. Wix is also, there are a lot of tools out there to design websites. Don't be mistaken. WordPress is not the only one. But the only reason why I have used WordPress more over the years is simple. WordPress is cheap. WordPress, you pay once, that's it. The only thing is maybe you are paying for some plugins or some themes, but in terms of the usage, you buy your domain hosting, you are good. But most of those other tools is a monthly renewal thing. In Nigeria here, how many clients want to be renewing every month? You can see that it's not realistic for many clients. So that's why most of those other tools, they don't really fit this side of the world, really, except you are dealing with a client that is ready to invest a lot of money. By the time you are saying $15 per month, do you know what $15 per month is? A client will be paying $15 every month, for monthly subscription. So most people don't want to do that. They just want to do something that maybe every year they renew it and all that, and that's fine. So that's why I personally don't use many of them, but I know how to use Wix. I think I've played around with it before. I've used Webflow too before. All right, you can check it out. Webflow, that's another one too. All right, but many of them are subscription based, so that's the challenge with them. But I'll give you a tutorial on it, okay, for free. I'll give you a course on copywriting. Copywriting is one of the powerful skills I've also learned over the years, and I use it as well. I'll give you a course on it. Then I'll give you an access to hundreds of premium WordPress themes and plugins. This is a secret. It's not for everybody. When you get in, I will show you that secret. All right, how to access premium WordPress themes and plugins. All right, premium. Take note. It's not for free though, but there is a way we access it at a very limited price. All right, at a very small price. I'll teach you when you come on board. Okay, then these last two things, technical support and consultancy. If you come on the training, one of the things you're going to get is you have access to technical support. If you need help at any point, you can reach out. I'm helping you. Okay, there's this issue I'm dealing with. I can help you fix that. All right, and we can hold live sessions together. We run through different issues you're dealing with. If you are not on my training, there's a limit to how much you can get from me in that regard. That's the sincere truth. Then 1 year mentorship. Come on. Let me tell you what that 1 year mentorship means. That 1 year mentorship means that you are going to be working with me and my business for that period. It means that if I get a job and I see that you have learned the skill, I give you the job to do. I pay you for doing the job. So I'm giving you access to my client base. That's the meaning of the 1 year mentorship. So you will not be bothered about looking for clients. Your own is just I will give you all the tools you need. You're going to learn it, master it, and I'm going to give you access to all of that. All right. And once I'm sure that you can get a job done, I start giving you jobs. And trust me, I get jobs constantly. In fact, as I'm talking to you right now, I have 2 sites I'm working on. 2 sites. Okay, so that's why I told you I needed hands. The laborers are few. If I have a lot of hands, the more the merrier. And the truth is, there are still a lot of people that are looking for websites. Okay, they want to build, they need that. So the market is huge. But because I have built a brand over the course of time, all right, I will give you access to jobs. You're going to get jobs, all right, working with me, support and all that. So you are going to get this. If I ask you to pay 100K for this, will it be worth it? Talk to me. Will it be worth it if I ask you to pay 100K for that stuff? Nobody's talking. Will it be
Yes.
worth it? Good.
Yes,
But
sir.
I'm not going to ask you to pay 100K. I'm not even going to ask you to pay 50K. I'm not even going to ask you to pay 40K. The original amount I'm going to ask you to pay for this training is 30K. Original amount. The original amount of this for this training. Okay? I'm giving it away at 30K. That's very cheap, trust me. That 30K is actually a discounted amount because there's a whole lot you are going to get. But you know what? For a short period of time, I am giving you at a discount. So you are paying 20k for a short period of time, and this is the link. So you can follow that link. Let me post it on the, that's the payment link. If you're interested, it's not going to be for long. The training is going to be in the middle of June. I will announce the training proper when I have the students on board. All right, so that's the link. You can check it up. It's a pay start link. That's where you're going to pay. All right, so I mean, look at what you're going to get. See, that's 20k is just to get you on board. I'm going to give you jobs that are worth 100k. So that 20k, you can recover it within the next 2 months or less, depending on how fast you learn, if you know what you're doing. So trust me, this is just, I just want to do giveaway. This is happy moments. I'm just doing giveaway. All right, so that's the best I can do. I wish I could do it lower than that for you guys, but knowledge is not cheap, trust me. So that's the best I can do. So let me take a break, please, for 5 minutes to take water. We'll come back to class. So you can go through the link, and if you're interested, you can as well start making your payments. All right, I understand that some of you are like, oh, how do I raise? Figure it out. If you really need it, you will find a way. It's not for everybody, really. To be sincere, I don't even want too many people. I only want people that are ready, because it's going to be an intensive training, and I want people that are ready to work. So if you're not ready for that, I really don't need you on board. That's the sincere truth. So if that sounds like what you want to do, find a way. You have time. I'll give you, like, say, a week. All right, so you have enough time to raise the fund. Okay, you have enough time to raise the fund. So let me take a break. Just give me like 5 minutes to get something to drink. I'll be back shortly. Okay, let me play music for you. You can also go grab something for the night. We are not done. Oh. We are just getting started. I want to play music for you before I go.